Namaskar. Some people are predicting reverse migration from the cities to the village. But the migration from the cities to the villages is only for a short time. Once the lockdown ends, it will reverse. The biggest number of workers who were migrated from Delhi, not intentionally but due to the rumor from the rogue government of Delhi that the UP government has sent buses to take them home to Anand Vihar bus stand. This is the time of wheat harvesting, so the workers of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan felt that it is better to move to villages than to be trapped in Delhi without any employment. They thought that whole family will get employment, the year-long grain will be gathered and there will be an opportunity to live in the open instead of the dirty slums of the city. Apart from this, even though the urban vegetables are broccoli and red cabbage are not available in the villages, but native vegetables are also available in inundate and without cost. Poorest of the poor also have that the cow or buffalo for milk, but this migration is not permanent but is purely temporary. There are some major reasons for this. The only major means of employment in the village is agriculture, in which the work available is seasonal. For this, there are sufficient number of rural laborers, and in case of shortage, they used to come from other states, especially from Bihar and not from metropolitan cities like Delhi and Mumbai. The one who has gone to the metropolis from the village is either landless or a resident of the place where the land is barren, inferior to the means of irrigation. Farming is not possible and there is no other means of employment. The village lacks agro-based industries, neither food processing industries nor cold storages for fruits and vegetables. In such a situation, all the burden of employment would come only on traditional farming and it would not be able to bear it the other rural industries such as dairy and brick kiln industries already have sufficient labor force. People who run rickshaw, auto rickshaw, cars in the metros and sell fruits and vegetables, run street food and makeshift shops on government land and earn thousands every day would like to go in rural areas where there is a lot of hard work and less remuneration. The social equation of villages will also not accept reverse migration easily. People who have gone from villages to work in big cities, when they come back to the village for a short period, they consider themselves as VIPs, just as the NRIs reflect a sense of superiority while talking to Indians. So does this laborer with the people of the village. It is a different matter that no one gives them any weightage or importance. Just after this migration, when the workers reached their respective villages, they had entered into a fight with the villagers. The villagers stood on the village border with the sticks that they would not allow them to enter the village with any disease. In most places, these people had to live in quarantine outside the village even without suffering COVID-19. Another major distinction between the economic system of the village and the metropolis are role of the caste. No one asks for caste in the city. Dalits, Adivasis and OBCs all are involved in the every walk of life. But in the villages, caste is the biggest barrier in the path of equal job opportunities and freedom to choose preferred profession. The Indian countryside is not as clean as in America and Europe. Nature blessed with all natural resources, but humans have destroyed everything. Road, electricity, water facilities all have a price, but why would anyone pay for all these facilities when they use all of them free in the metropolis JJ colonies? The glitter of big cities, the colors, the liberation from ethnic and social stigma reach to quality medical and educational institutions which are still lacking in the countryside, but all have access to them in cities. 30 to 40,000 auto rickshaws and taxi drivers owners fled from Delhi and other cities to their respective villages. Would they like to work of harvesting and plowing in someone's field to earn bread while they earn thousands daily? They all are anxiously waiting for the normalcy to return to big cities from there they came. Unfortunately, different castes continue to dominate rural India, but workers who baptized in urban work culture will challenge this domination. It might be led to a great social tension and turmoil. Actually, there is the risk of urban reverse migration than the rural reverse migration. God forbid that the Great Depression befall America and Europe. It will directly hurt the millions of Indians who work there and the difficulties these countries would like to give employment to their own people or to foreigners. Even within India, MNCs and VPOs people will also be hit hard by post-pandemic situation. It will cost malls and restaurant culture. The tourism industry dependent on foreign tourists will also have a major impact. India's industry can handle the employment problem to a large extent, but will not be able to fulfill the ambitions of those returning from abroad and terminated by MNCs and VPOs. India is an agrarian economy that avoids it from getting uprooted in every recession. The real problem will be the urban unemployment. Millions of people have permanently left the village and settled in cities. Those who are in self-employment will soon return to their normal occupations, but there will be a big impact on the unemployed of private sectors. The balance of the market will be disturbed. The only way to avoid this would be to make India a manufacturing hub like China to meet the needs of the entire world. But for this work culture, labor laws will have to be changed and commission culture will have to end. Actually, those who are bookish people have no knowledge of the pulse of India. Not every urban rich and every rural poor is a laborer or domestic help. In both places, there is a classification of upper middle class, upper class, middle, lower middle, and lower class. An owner of 4x4 shop in Chandni Chowk who sell the table items could earn more than a big farmer in a village but not match his social status. In a big city, there is no government job holder, pensioner, or other affluent going to pay any price and face economic hardships. But those who has works in malls, restaurants, tourism industry, multiplexes, home food delivery services, online shopping, private factories, handicrafts, where will they go for migration? They left their villages many generations ago and now permanently settled in the big cities. Most of the domestic workers are from the areas where there is no scope for farming or any industry. For example, Bangladesh, West Bengal, Jharkhand, Bundelkhand. So how they cope in these circumstances? Reverse migration will kill them. So no reverse migration is going to happen towards the villages. A person in trouble always run towards his house, but as soon as the crisis is over, they go back to the workplace. Now, who will work and think according to India will survive? Tourism business will survive on the strength of domestic tourists. The Indian industry that pretends to be indigenous is actually dependent on imported raw material from China. This dependency has to be completely eliminated. So those who think that people will now permanently move towards the villages are like the people who enjoys the pleasure of watching snowfall at the hill station due to the paid facilities and comfort. But the real trouble of the weather is known by the permanent residents of mountains. After the abolition of Zamindari and imposing Land Ceiling Act in India, 90% of the farmers comes under the ambit of small and marginal farmers. These poor people themselves fight the battle of life every day, how they will accommodate others in this congested area of livelihood. There might be a big scope for large scale employment opportunities in rural India, but it will not happen due to chaos of a lockdown or post pandemic situations. For this, governments will have to bear the investment of millions of crores, which does not seem to happen. Hindustan has a unique working culture where there are industrial areas, local people are given nominal jobs, only outsiders recruited in big numbers, same in mining and the other excavation works. And terror of Naxalites is also a great demerit there. Time will answer all the questions that who comes from where and who goes where. The most important is that no matter where one goes or comes inside India, no consideration whether it is rural migration or urban migration, only one restriction should be imposed, that the privileged people coming from abroad not be given preferences over people living in India in terms of employment. Namaskar, Jai Hind.